So we are on the air. On the air. I need to check to see if the audio works. Audio check, please. Anybody in the comments? Audio check.
Yeah, right now I'm not next to my other phone.
Anybody in the comments? Audio check.
Give me 1 second to check the audio. I'll pull up my other phone. Give me a sec.
Let's see. Let's see.
Mic test 1, 2.
Mitchell 1, Mitchell 2. Are
Oh,
we rolling?
Wow. Wow.
we even got a couple minutes,
Wow.
bro.
You just don't even wait.
Gotta give the people what they want, man.
And I don't think they want that. I don't think they want that or the backstory that pertains to that either.
Yeah, all right, that they probably wouldn't, but one day we'll do a review, people, but not now.
I don't see anybody saying anything about the audio, so I'm going to presume that I have a good audio and start. Greetings and salutations, guys. How y'all doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I don't know how long Ashley's gonna be.
Audio's good.
There, audio's good. I don't know how long Ashley's gonna be jumping in and out, but I wanted to get your opinion about at least the first two stories before if you have to go. First off, say happy birthday to the cell phone.
What?
Yeah, 50 years. 50 years. The cellular phone celebrates 50 years.
You got the brick?
Yo. Hey, y'all laughing about that brick, man, but you were the coolest man on the block when you had that phone, son. Hey, look, when you don't understand, before the brick, you had the purse. You had the phone purse with the cable coming out of the purse, and you were walking around making business deals, man. The service on that thing was expensive. So before Cade was born, the cellular phone came out.
God damn.
Dude, before you were born. Before all of us were born.
Oh man, I had to poke fun at you, man. I had to. But
keep in mind, people, he isn't as young as me, but he ain't that old either, y'all. So just keep that in mind.
Hey, look. So with us having 50 years of cellular service and the cellular phone being out, what was your first phone?
Mine was a old AT&T Go phone. I forgot the model. I actually have it, but it's all smashed up. It does turn on, but I don't know the actual model.
Gene said he got his first phone in 1995. Man, I'm about 2 years before you, Gene. 2 years. I got mine roughly about 2 years before you, and it was a track phone. The little Nokia little phone. Oh god, that thing, you could run that thing over with a tank. Okay, what did you say yours was?
And it was an old AT&T Go phone.
But do you remember the name of the brand?
I have no idea.
You don't remember the brand name?
No, it was an AT&T branded phone, if I'm not mistaken.
Like you don't remember if it was a Nokia, a Motorola?
No.
Yo, Sarah.
Who the heck is this guy?
I miss Sarah, man.
That's the artist formerly known as No Radio.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Donovan McDav, aka Curve Gotti, aka your girlfriend's boyfriend.
I saw the name and I'm like, who is that?
Oh, no
Better not be
radio,
a
no radio.
troll.
No radio goes through his identity crisis from time to time.
Barack your mama.
Oh no,
No radio. Did you see?
Uh,
I know
Robin.
this is a couple days late, but did you see my happy birthday message?
Honestly, no. But I felt your presence, brother. I felt your presence. That's good enough.
April Fool's Day, brother.
Hey, Robin, what was the phone? You said that it was a Virgin Mobile device, but what was the phone?
Oh God.
That's what I'm curious about. Put the name of the phone that you had. What was your first
LG.
phone?
LG chocolate. Not me.
But
Oh,
no radio. What was the name of the first phone you had?
The Motorola i530.
The what?
The i530. It was a Nextel phone.
Oh my god! Was
The i530.
was the i530 the one with that big old bubble on the front?
No,
The clamshell bubble.
you talking bubble? What?
So
It was a military grade flip phone. It was a military grade flip phone. It looked like somebody had waves on it, like waves on the whole shell of it. Just type it in Google, man. i530.
Hold on.
I remember every part number for all Nextel phones because I've been a phone geek since forever. I had a 935. I had a 960.
Oh dear Lord!
You remember the i386? That joker was literally a brick. You could break somebody's face with that thing.
Dude, that thing is so fucking yellow. Holy shit!
They made a black and yellow one.
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
They also had an all black one. I had the all black one. I didn't have a black and yellow.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was an ugly phone.
Hey, that was normal for them times, dog. We talk about 2000 like fucking 4.
That nasty screen on the inside.
A
Back
green
then,
screen,
T-Mobile
man.
didn't even exist. There was no T-Mobile song. It had been
by the way, happy Easter, y'all.
Happy Easter, sir.
Happy Easter.
Happy pagan.
But hey, no, I'm just because we're celebrating 50 years of cellular technology, man.
Yeah,
This is the time to pay homage.
Yo, y'all should have seen. Hey, Keon, you know how many bands the i530 supported? How many network bands?
How many?
1.
Yep, 1.
It had 800, and that was it. Wasn't nothing else.
You know what? That's the reason why the church was so popular, man. It was efficient. you had all you could easily switch between all them chirps, man. Like chirp.
1 band to rule them all.
Man.
Oh shit! When was the release date for that fucking phone? Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ! 2003, dog. August 2003. I got it in 04.
Yo. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Yo, look, I just said anybody who was back, anybody raise your hand. I mean, say something in the chat. If you had a Nextel phone, man, those are some ugly phones, but they were popular though. Popular.
Hey, but the 836 wasn't ugly. I think it's the 836. The 836 wasn't completely ugly.
Let me see what that looked like.
And neither was the 935. There was a lot of Nextel phones, yo. Back in the day, there was a shit ton of Nextel phones.
EM said that Nextel predates him. You're not that old. You're not that young, sir.
He is that young. He's only like 22, bro.
Oh, damn, he is that
young. He was literally like 3 when that phone came out.
I say it with the utmost respect, sir. I say that with the utmost respect. You gonna make him come in. You gonna make him come in here.
The I-850 wasn't ugly, I don't think. Well, we can do this all day.
Gene said he had all the black Nextel phone on Boost. Yeah.
Oh, he had to where you at?
Yep. Yep.
Where you at, motherfucker? I'm on Sprint network.
No, you wasn't.
Sprint wasn't there back then.
No,
They weren't
Sprint
a
was
company.
there. Sprint was there. Yeah, Sprint was still a company.
Yeah, but
Sprint
you
bought Nextel.
but you was on Nextel with Boost original.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
But look,
was Sprint.
Sprint bought
You did
Nextel.
the chirp. Yeah, they ended up buying Nextel, but all the chirp was still running on the old IDN Nextel network.
Oh, sir, that was my first EM. Me and you are buddies, man. That was my first 4G phone, the HTC Evo 4G on Sprint. That phone was the bee's knees, man. The
I think
bee's
my
knees.
first 4G phone was not my 4G, but my first phone that could do like 4G LTE was the iPhone 8 because I remember going from an old AT&T Go phone to a iPhone 8, and now I have a 12, and then I'm gonna upgrade to the 15 in the summer.
Was the Droid 3 a 4G phone? I don't even remember.
The Droid 3.
Oh, that thing had to be 3G. I refuse to believe that was 4G. Just the name alone sounds 3G.
That's back when the actual droids were all Verizon only devices.
Yep. Man,
The
no,
Droid Line.
Droid was literally the name of Android for at least 7 years.
No. It was only the ones that was on Verizon. Get it right.
Yeah. No,
Get it
but
right.
I had people when I had my Evo 4G, people would walk up to me like, "Oh, is that a Droid?"
You just named what it was, an Evo 4G. Yeah, these mean people who don't know what they're talking about.
Yes. It's the same. Look, it's the same way I have a problem where every time I go to like a fast food restaurant and I go tap to pay, they go Apple Pay. I'd be like, sure, yes, Apple Pay. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the only way you can denounce whether or not what I'm trying to do.
So technically, my first 4G phone might have been the Droid X2.
Huh.
You remember that phone, the X2?
The Droid X2.
I think they only called it an X2 because it was like the first dual core.
Dual core. Back then,
yeah, I know, right?
Fast.
I know, right? That's why they call it an X2. I think because that's when I first got a SIM card on Verizon. Before that, I never had a SIM card on Verizon. No, that phone was a CDMA phone too.
Yeah,
But it had a fucking SIM. But it had a SIM card though. You know, Verizon didn't have SIM cards until the LTE era. So it was. I guess that was like at the tail end, I guess, of the 3G to 4G era.
There you go. This is what that phone looked like.
I think my mom's first 4G phone
Yeah, I
was
had
the HTC One X, I think it was called. I don't know.
What was the PSP phone? Because I had that too.
The PSP?
The Xperia Play. I had that phone too. It was literally a PSP phone. It was back when you could still get Sony from the carriers.
Oh shit! I remember these.
I had the original Xperia Play.
Oh,
I had that phone too.
Yo, I couldn't get that phone because I was on Sprint.
Yeah, Verizon had it.
You poor man.
Oh,
Verizon had that phone.
I'm so
glad
I will
always say I will always be pro merger with T-Mobile because Sprint was a dumpster fire. Like, oh my god.
Well, I mean, the thing is Sprint jumped out and kind of ruined themselves.
They cheaped out.
Well,
they cheaped out. They wanted to be. They had a number 4 mentality. They had a number 4 mentality.
WiMAX. WiMAX was the problem.
When they went WiMAX, that hurt them. It literally hurt them bad.
I mean, come on, people in the chat, you guys have to agree that, like at the end of Sprint, it was trash.
Oh no!
Wait, Sprint was never good in my market, so I don't know what.
We're not debating whether or not at the end, but you have to understand, Sprint was very solid during the first, like, I say maybe 10 or 15 years that I had it. The problem was,
if you were in the city.
yeah, but here the problem was when the new technologies, like, you know how the 3GPP standard was being formulated and everything, you had two different standards. You had WiMAX and you had LTE. Well, there's a reason why Sprint chose WiMAX.
See?
WiMAX was good for midband and TDD technology. So basically, that 2.5 that everybody 2.5, 3.7, all that midband that we're starting to do right now, it played perfectly with WiMAX. But Verizon, AT&T had had more low band than they had mid band, so they went with LTE. LTE favored FTD. And so that's the reason why if you are a tech nerd, if you ever went into the service menu and connect to N41, you don't connect to anything else because it's TDD. You don't connect to band 41 and band 25 and band 26 at the same time because
Like
the FDD and TDD don't work together.
like Gene, you have sense, man. To me, Sprint was always trash. I'm glad that thing died. Burn it to the ground.
Hey, Keon, do you remember what killed off the Droid line of phones? You know what killed it off?
Oh, what, the Samsung line?
But what did Samsung do that killed
What,
off the Droid line?
when they
Do you
finally
remember?
came up with a unifying name?
No,
What?
it's when they started putting OLEDs on the phone.
Oh,
Telling you, that was the turning
oh,
point. The Droid took a few more years to start getting OLEDs. Motorola died
mhm.
off because everybody was looking at how pretty them screens was on
Yeah.
them Samsungs. I remember like being around people that was like, "Oh my God, look at the colors on this screen," and it
But
was
you know
just like,
what?
"Damn,
But it was
we
that in
talking."
the combination. It was that in the combination that, Samsung didn't have like 5 different phones on different carriers, even sub carriers that was named
Yeah, man.
differently. Once they
Yeah,
unified behind like the Galaxy brand, that
yeah, but
that
they did that with
spearheaded
the
it
S.
before.
Yeah, but that was S2. It was already
Yeah,
Galaxy at S2.
it was the Galaxy, but the first Galaxy was like the Galaxy, you know, 453 something something on Verizon, and it'd be like there was a website that you could literally put in like different phone
Basically, yeah.
names.
Once the S line came out, everything was simplified. When the
Right.
S line dropped, that's what I'm saying. Once the S, because before the S line, you had what was it? The Galaxy Nexus,
Yes.
which was a slightly curved screen, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that was a differentiator that people talked about. That's what I was saying. Like, no, I ain't know nobody go, oh my God, the names are simple now. That's bomb. No, everybody was
No.
like, man, look at how good them screens look. Like, even people who ain't tech people in my family were like, hey, look at how good this Samsung screen look on my phone, bro. I was like,
Oh
man, fuck you
yeah.
and your Samsung. Because I was a Motorola guy, bro. And I had people come under me talking about, man, look at how that OLED look, dog. Look at how look at the colors. I'm talking about 50-year-old people, dog.
Hey,
That's
look,
what that's
man.
what that's what made them stand out, bro. It made them stand
See,
out.
hey, look, the OLED was the game changer, man. And then it didn't help none that Motorola was being passed around like a doorknob from company to company. They couldn't nail down where they wanted to be at. They're like, we're with Google now. Oh, wait, we're with Lenovo now. Like, hold on, who you going steady with right now? Don't worry
But
about all that.
if you would have asked me in 2011 or 12, would Verizon still have a Droid line in 2023? I would have said yes.
Oh wow.
Because I mean, it was everything. It was color coordinated to Verizon. It was Verizon.
But that Motorola made it for Verizon only. Like you couldn't get that phone nowhere
Exactly. But
else.
hey, but that was okay. It worked.
But being exclusive to one carrier doesn't allow you to grow.
Hey, but you got to realize at that time, if you didn't have Verizon, you didn't have service in most places.
That's
Yep.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
You didn't have no.
That's true.
You didn't have your pink phone network.
You see, and AT&T wasn't good either back then at that time. They
Hey,
were
hey,
high
hey.
Nope.
garbage.
They
Doing
had
doing
no
all this
percent.
time. Hey, look, doing all this time, that pink thong was just in the back twerking, trying to get
Uh,
attention, dog. Yeah, look. They were on that pole twerking it out.
But look what T-Mobile tried to do. They tried to resurrect it, didn't they? They
Yeah.
came back with their freaking in-house phones, except they didn't make no flagships.
That's true. No,
Why
what
does
theirs
T-Mobile
is
still
called
make
the Rebel
phones?
line, right?
The damn Rebel phones. Like come up with like an actual Rebel Pro or some shit and go ham. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Spice the game up. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Gene, there was no such thing as texting on those phones in the early years, man.
What year is he talking about?
He's talking about 50 years ago. There was
Oh,
no
hell.
Google. There was no Google. There was no
50
cell
years
data.
ago, you had to send a smoke signal if you wanted to text somebody. Or Morse code somebody. Or you had to call them regular and use the buttons on the phone.
Press number 9 if you're in distress.
That sounds like a 2. I think that's something. No, that's a 3. That sounds like a 2. Yo, Keon, do you remember when you could make a ringtone with the damn dial tone sound on the phone?
Yeah.
Dog, I didn't know you could do that. What?
To make a ring, you could hit record and record the sound of the buttons and make your own ringtone with the damn buttons.
I didn't know that.
I forgot which phone I used to do that on, but you could.
Wow. That's crazy.
Flip phone days, man.
Hey, Robin asked Robbie asked, was that on Boost?
What phone?
For you to be able to I guess he's saying was that on Boost when you were able to do those ringtones, record
I
ringtones?
never had. I don't think it was the carrier; it was the phones. And I never had Boost, so I wouldn't know. But it was just the phone itself that could do it. Certain phones could do it. Because, back then there wasn't no centralized operating system. Samsung had their own thing. Motorola was using Java and IBM or whatever for their software. And the closest thing you had to a smartphone back there would have been, what, a BlackBerry or a Pocket PC?
Yeah, that's true. Yo, on a side tangent. So a person comes in, this handsome baller, asks this question. So, good evening. What are your opinions and thoughts on T-Mobile's terms and conditions? So they release a new terms and conditions.
He come in pouring gasoline.
Go ahead, roll that grenade into the room and call it a day. Let's go.
He just throws a grenade in the room for real. We're here talking about phone history, and you trying to blow the room up into history.
All right, so I had to put the keyboard down. Give me a second. Stretch. Gotta stretch. All right. With them changing their terms and conditions is basically giving them more room to choose which direction they want to go in. They can still hold the course or even tweak whatever they need to tweak and adjust what they need to adjust. I mean, or they can just go ham and scare everybody. Which one do you want? I mean, it just comes down to whatever you feel like thinking.
In this new podcast, we actually went over it, and it said you agree to the terms and service when you use your service.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't even gotta hit agree.
You know what?
Called gangster.
That is gangster, and I agree. Yeah, you're not gonna be sitting here talking about I wasn't informed. Well, guess what? Look, I used to do the red light cameras in Virginia, and I had to go in front of a judge who told people all the time, negligence of the law does not exempt you from the law. So
not knowing the law.
So basically, just because you didn't know that EULA changed, it doesn't mean you're not affected by it. That's what that means. That's exactly what it means. We changed our EULA. When did you do it? I don't know. Were you paying attention?
You want to know something funny? You said EULA. Guess what the name of the road beside the Spectrum office is? The literal name of the road is EULA. I laugh every time I drive by there. I'm like, in user license agreement. Goddamn. Fucking street name that shit next to a telco.
Wow. Yo, you know what? You're gonna have to pull over and take a picture of that, sir.
I
I want to have
will.
that.
I will.
I would have had that as my background.
I'll give you the address. You can look it up yourself. And you see, I'm not BSing.
Oh God.
It's right next to
But
a telco.
Brandon, not Brandon. Actually, so what do you think? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, give me
Oh,
your.
tax and fees are going up, 100%. But haven't
Okay.
you seen there's no more ads that say taxes and fees included?
Yeah, can they let you price lock yourself in now?
Have you read
You
the
think
terms
it?
and service? It says that price lock customers will get affected with taxes and fees.
Mm,
Yup.
that I didn't know.
What it
Well,
is,
Trying to get
actually,
every
they're
single
trying to
person.
get. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
that's true.
Either way, Verizon's already raising me on tax and fees, so I mean,
Okay, so Handsome also asks, do you think that they will lose customers when taxes and fees become implemented? Okay, so here's the thing. I
some.
don't necessarily think, like, if you're a super price sensitive person, then that means you were always on the fence anyway. But a lot of people, like I had a customer last night. He was telling me that her family switched from Verizon to T-Mobile because it's cheaper. And I think that as long as you can still hold on to the affordability mantle, then I don't think a lot of people are going to leave. That's what I think.
Well, the problem comes in, right, Keon, is that even if they get to the point where they basically match Verizon, no matter where you go, you're paying. So even if it's equal, you can't. Well, basically, price won't be a factor anymore. Essentially, price won't be in the conversation about where you went and why.
That's true. But you know what? But I think that a lot of people, especially with Verizon, was having a hard time, especially towards the tail end of the pandemic kerfuffle. Like a lot of people were becoming price sensitive, and Verizon was not. Verizon being Verizon, basically was like, yo, we the best cellular in town, son. They're pulling a DJ Cali, and they won't listen to nobody talking about another one. What? Another one.
Another fee.
Another fee. And people got tired of it, and they're like, "Yo, this cell company over here is cheaper than you." I don't necessarily think they go, "Man, you know what? Taxes and fees are included. Let me go over there for that." I just think that people move based on their income and what they feel like they can afford.
And I do know people, Keon, that went to T-Mobile specifically because of the roaming, the international stuff.
See,
Yep.
I know a lot of people that's why.
Like here you go. Like especially last night, you would have thought that the woman, when she was talking about T-Mobile, you'd be like, okay, the service is better. No, he's like, man, you get so many perks.
What about the international roaming
The
charges?
first,
Though? I kind of need a background on that.
that I don't know. I know
It's
that
just
what
better.
is it? They have agreements with like 215 different countries. Their roaming agreement across 215 countries, which like you can still use your regular cell phone data and don't have to go get an eSIM go get another SIM unless you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah. Well, Verizon has made some changes to theirs, but I still don't think it's as good as T-Mobile's roaming. And people on old Verizon plans are paying $5 a day when they roam.
See, that starts adding up. I mean, a business trip, you might be able to get away with maybe, $10, $15, $20 because you're not going to be there long. But let's say you're going to go visit family for like a month or two, or you want to you hiking through, the Swiss Alps or whatever. Like, yo, you're going to be burning. You're going to be spending a lot of money on just data.
Look at this shit. Roaming calls. Travel pass $5 a day in Mexico and Canada on Verizon. $10 a day elsewhere.
Also, so on Magenta Max, it's 5 gigs of data.
Yep. And Verizon get you like 500 megs or something.
Yeah.
Or unless it's changed, then it's been a while since I actually looked at it.
Right.
Yeah. For like the Latino community, your best bet if you're Latino is to get AT&T or T-Mobile because you go home a lot. You go back to Mexico and stuff. Your best bet is to get either of them.
Right.
Then Verizon. Yeah.
All right, so since we're staying on the whole T-Mobile bandwagon here, I know in the another fellow YouTubers podcast, this was talked about. Hold on, and I just wanted to get everybody's opinion about this, and what direction do you might think it's going to be heading in. So, Deutsche Telekom achieves majority stake in T-Mobile US. I was looking at another podcast and they said that pretty much the Germans about to take over the US. I don't necessarily think it's gonna go in that direction. I
Look,
have a different opinion.
you was watching that YouTube episode like you were watching Fox News.
Hey! I'm just saying, hey, you gotta know what's being said in the streets, man.
You
You gotta know the streets is talking.
But you ain't lying. That's what they were basically saying. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, so look, I think that you gotta have a more level-headed approach. Having majority stake in T-Mobile means that if there would be a sale in T-Mobile, Deutsche Telekom makes out like a fat cat because whoever wants to buy T-Mobile would have to buy out those shares. You have to think about it from a bigger standpoint, right? Having half the shares would make them a lot of money. And then on top of that, if you kept those shares and they got bought by another bigger company, that means that those shares become 10 times more valuable than they were being just T-Mobile. So it's about money.
So it's all about money. I agree with you. Do they get any extra rights or anything for becoming majority share? Do we know anything like that?
The only thing they get a chance to do is they can have more hands on with the direction they
Voting
want
power.
the company to go in. Yeah.
Yep.
The direction that they want the company to go in. So like, if they were only majority, then they would have to what was it? Who was that second company? It was Deutsche Telekom and SoftBank.
Was it SoftBank?
Yeah, so SoftBank and Deutsche Telekom would have to agree to, let's say, that they wanted to buy a fiber company. You know what I mean? They both have to say, "Hey, you know what? We got to come up with a way of buying fiber." And they both have to be like, "All right, cool. We're going to do this together, and we'll go find a fiber company."
So Edmund, you really think that when T-Mobile bought Mint Mobile, they had to get approval with Deutsche Telekom and
yeah, because they're a majority stakeholder.
Yeah,
they're a majority stakeholder. They have to get
approval. And on top of that, they probably funded some of the cash up front for it. Because you have to understand, even during the early years of the merger between Sprint and T-Mobile, they funded a lot of extra little buys that allowed them to like buy the Chantel properties and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got that. A lot of that money came from Deutsche Telekom too.
That was the first thing T-Mobile did. They said it makes no sense to rent.
What's up,
We're
Tanner?
gonna buy that shit. Right,
yeah,
Edmund?
but they could but remember they could afford it.
Yeah, this is the first. If Sprint actually had money, I bet they would have done the same thing by Chantel.
Exactly.
Hey, look, it comes down to the money, man. It's always about the money.
All about the money, man.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Right now,
money.
Like, my thing is, especially like, on Sneeze
Mm-hmm.
podcast, I know that they were talking about mergers and possible mergers, but here's the thing. It's always about, anytime you look at a merger, it's about what one company doesn't have and what one company does have. And that's pretty much how you have to look at it. T-Mobile doesn't have any fiber at all. Like, they partner up with fiber companies to kind of offer different little things. Like that's what they're doing right now, is partnering up with a fiber company to offer fiber in their name. Hey, what does the T-Mobile name brand, does that make people jump? You know what I mean? And then they could go back to a share, like their shareholders, and then let's say potential people that want to buy them out, they can go, hey, look, the T-Mobile brand, look how valuable it is. It makes people buy stuff even when they don't even care. That's what you're looking for.
I don't know if
you could do these little pilots all over the place, and then see how well does it float. And then like let's say that Comcast goes, okay, so how valuable are you? Well, I think that we are worth $49, $50 a share, not 25. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you know that if you were going on the AAA website, the first thing you would see is a T-Mobile ad, right? Not an
I,
ad. They say buy T-Mobile, and they give you like $100 gift card.
Yep.
oh wow.
Yeah,
That's called
they're
partnerships.
Yeah,
partnerships. Yeah.
yes, sir. But yeah, I wish Brandon was in here because he be saying some quite crazy stuff. Brandon, if you hear me, get in here, man. I need to pluck your brain.
You need to do
But
what to his brain?
wow, you know what? See. I'm
Enunciate,
trying to
sir.
have.
Enunciate.
I'm
Enunciate.
trying to have a family friendly show.
And I look. All I'm saying is enunciate. Okay, it's all there. Enunciate.
That's true.
That's
My southern side kicked in. And I was starting to slur my words. But I just want to find out from y'all how y'all might have felt like with Deutsche Telekom jumping up and now becoming majority stakeholder. Do you think that there's other mergers on the horizon? Do you think that T-Mobile might be get ready to shake that thong for somebody new?
I
I
think
think they'll buy
Verizon.
fiber.
I think Verizon needs to pull a boss move and just go down to Mexico and buy Telcel.
Wait. Do you think that's a good move for them?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Mm.
No more roaming. Take over the entire Mexican market. They already bought out all the American Mobile, which was a Mexican-owned company.
But the only thing
That would be a boss move.
remember,
I mean, that would automatically make them a major player, especially in the Latino
International
community.
roaming. Get the roaming right there. Compete.
yeah. But the only thing is, AT&T has had their network there, and they said it's not profitable. So how would Verizon make it profitable?
Bro, Ashay, we have seen AT&T buy how many companies and not make a profit?
Oh, shit, yeah, never mind.
That's their specialty is running companies they buy. If they buy it, you might as well call it a damn death sentence.
But
I mean, you don't even have to go in there and buy it. You just got to go in there and make a deal, like just make a roaming agreement deal or something serious.
That's better than what we got right now.
Right. They don't even have to go in there and own and operate it. Just be able to say, guess what? You could roam in Mexico now
Without paying extra fees, and your data ain't gonna be limited. You're gonna be able to roam.
And look, we all know the cell phone only matters when you're at those resorts. Everywhere else don't matter. It's like, what? You going out there in the middle of the desert? We don't care. We don't care about that. All right, so no, I just wanted to pluck your brains on that one, man. Find out where y'all might stand at. Hold on, so handsome baller, the thing that was.
Yeah, you know me. I don't care what AT&T does. I don't care what they do with nothing.
Yeah, I feel you where you come from, handsome. I don't necessarily think that this is pertaining to a data breach, cover up or anything. This is more along the lines of like that agreement that they had with the FCC, and they're just making their EULA be more aligned with their future possibilities.
Keon,
What?
Keon, do yourself a favor. Don't say that man's name ever again.
Okay. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Just think about what you're saying every time you say that.
I know what you're saying, yo. Because now that you bring it up, it reminds me of what Central Interstate said.
You sounded like Sherman Clump's mama when you said that.
Oh,
handsome, look handsome. His name is a trap. His name is a trap dog.
Now I can't even say it. HB. There you go. HB.
There you go. There you go. Abbreviate that joint. Imagine you had a friend named Handsome and y'all was out in public. You was like, hey, you're handsome. Everybody be like, oh shit. They
Hey,
together?
Cedric said, I can't call no grown man delicious.
Yeah.
Yo, delicious. Delicious. Yo, D. Yo, what's up, man? What's up?
Exactly my point.
Oh,
Yo, HB,
man.
you wrong for that, HB. You got grown men out here calling you that.
Man. Look, I was being respectful, okay? You know, if you're gonna name yourself that, hey, you know, I'm just gonna call you what you name yourself. But
where you
now, how about
self-respect?
now that we've gone through the 50 years of cellular and we're talking about a merger. So now it looks like cellular is getting ready to take a nosedive. What do y'all think about that? So wireless capex in North America poised to plunge 10 to 20% in 2023.
Yep.
Oh man. I mean, that's something for me. Like, you know, there was a lot of growth last year and the year before last, and now we saturated the market to the point now?
What do you mean by
Is that what it
saturated?
is? Well, we've hit max cell phone.
No, we have not.
Whoa.
This is CapEx. This is the network spending on their network.
Yeah, but network spending on their end does point to, you know, a slowdown.
I mean, you can't go forever at Mach speed spending. You got to take a break sometimes and chill out. Let your money stack up again.
That's true. But I'm just saying, like, yo, you know, take T-Mobile for example. You know, they've been reported that said that they're going to start lowering their capex. Verizon has been reported saying that they're going to lower theirs. AT&T, I don't even think has ever even got started.
If anything, I think Verizon might be being premature on that.
What, lowering their capex?
Yeah, they're gonna be a little premature because that C-band ain't quite where I need it yet.
Hey, I responded to somebody on Twitter. He asked us, like, do you think that C-band is going to be released in the next couple months? I was like, you might want to temper your expectations.
Yeah, I don't see Verizon, but I mean, they better speed up then because they got a lot of talent to go out here.
Hey, look, I know it's a long term play, but I feel that Verizon should be moving faster than what it is, and it's not.
But I think some people in the community might have overhyped that, so our expectations is too high.
Man, it was train.
They overhyped how fast Verizon would be building. And then when it happened, we was like, I thought this was going to be Mach speed. And then when it wasn't, we're like,
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm comparing it to how fast T-Mobile put N41 up, right? So
yeah, exactly. Me too.
So when T-Mobile got their hands on N41, they went boom. Everywhere they had market share, they were like knocking it out, right?
Well, here it was like it was literally a month later. It was on damn near all the towers in the city area in a month.
But
and I get that Verizon got held back. I get they got held back by the FAA, but it's been over a year now.
And then the FAA already backed down.
I'm just saying it took T-Mobile a month to like cover the main city areas in all the major cities where I go.
Yo,
it took them like a month.
They were hitting like checkers in DC, man, and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is I'm measuring Verizon's progress to what T-Mobile was doing, and T-Mobile has less money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is it doesn't seem like it's working out the same exact way. If T-Mobile is supposed to have less capex, well, how do they end up putting on everywhere and on everything?
But I'm gonna tell you what I see. But guess what I see though? Remember I told you Verizon didn't slow down on millimeter wave though.
That's
So a
true.
lot of that CapEx ain't even going to C-band. Like I'm seeing just as many millimeter wave nodes pop up as I'm seeing C-band pop up.
That's true. But that's what I'm saying. Like every other week, I switch to my Verizon line, and I'll start driving around looking to see what the expansion looked like, and it hasn't grown any. I mean, it popped up in some of the more populated spots where, like, they really needed it at. The club areas is there, but it's not. It hasn't expanded yet. It's come
Yeah,
into DC, but it should have been already expanding.
yeah, yeah. To me, I should be able to ride around any major city and be on it continuously. If I can't
Yeah.
do that, I don't count it as done. I can't
Hey,
do that.
hey, Ashley, that's just my measuring stick, man. Is if a company has $13 billion and managed to put N41 hanging off trees, and I'm driving around and I can ubiquitously not disconnect from N41, Verizon spending double of
Oh yeah, but T-Mobile,
T-Mobile's
how long has T-Mobile
capex.
taken? 3 years. Remember that. Verizon just started
No,
within a year.
but remember, Ashley, I just told you it took T-Mobile like a month to cover all the major cities
Yes,
here. A
yes.
month. It didn't
It
take
took
To cover
3 years.
a
all?
month. It didn't take them 3 years to do it. It took
Yeah,
them
bro.
literally a couple months.
I kid you not. I kid you not, Ashley. The merger happened, and then not even three weeks later, the site across the street had this shit on it from the office. And
That's
then
what I'm
the
saying.
site right down the street had it too, like 2 or 3 weeks later. It's like a lot of these
You're
sites
crazy.
they like
It
here,
took
bro. It's like
months.
they
It took
they were putting the gear
years.
up before the merger was even done.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
my thing is, Verizon wasn't even allowed to turn it on.
Yeah, but you
I
can
And
get
still
that,
hang the
and during
panels.
that,
but
and
but
remember, and
remember,
remember, and remember,
so
there
what did I
wasn't a
say? Yeah,
pandemic. There wasn't a pandemic. There
but
wasn't a gear shortage
but
back then.
but but just remember what I said, Ashley. I'm giving Verizon a year to T-Mobile 60 days.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
100.
I'm comparing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
I
comparing year
still
for
think your
year. I'm
comparison
giving
is
Verizon. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving them 365 to do what T-Mobile did in 60. That's fair
I,
to me. I'm sorry.
I still disagree
Oh,
that you say T-Mobile had
oh,
190% N41 everywhere with their new
no, I didn't say
spectrum
that.
and everything.
I said in every major city in my area, it was in all the cities already. It didn't. We got middle of the major cities right now here with zero C-band. Zero.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm talking about
100%. I
major.
agree. But where
I'm
is the
not saying
fence?
rural towers. I'm not saying rural towers. I'm saying I could ride around in that. I could ride around in that first 6 months in any major city around here and just ride on freaking N41 all day. I could
For the
do that.
first 6 months, it was like that.
It was like High Point, Greensboro, Winston, Burlington, Raleigh. They were
Yep.
all. It was everywhere. Here,
Yep.
it was like what Verizon's doing here. They're going to Charlotte and they're just sitting in Charlotte building all day. They're literally sitting in one city all day, and then they go to Raleigh and sit there all day. Then they come over here and do one tower, and they go back over to Raleigh again and sit there all day.
Oh,
Well, I'm saying,
not here in Jersey. Bro, they're putting N77 like it's hotcakes. Boom, boom,
bro,
boom, boom, boom,
you can
boom,
pull
boom,
the
boom,
coverage. You
boom.
can pull the coverage map
And
up
we got
here
to
from
deal
my
with
area,
unions.
and you'll
And you got to
find
deal
one
with
site in
unions
the
over
whole county.
here.
We don't even got a
We're
union.
going fast.
Yeah,
We
you
got
can.
unions and we're doing it faster. So
Oh,
I
don't
don't
get me
know what's
wrong.
wrong with your
Hey,
state.
look, AT&T is the biggest loser though, because to get any kind of DoD on AT&T, you got to go to Raleigh or Charlotte. There's nowhere else.
Yeah,
Ooh.
AT&T can deploy the CDAM, but they don't know how to deploy DoD. They haven't deployed any DoD. I haven't seen it.
They ain't deploying C-band or DoD here. You got to go to Raleigh or Charlotte, or you get nothing. All I'm saying is maybe T-Mobile thought my market was important, and Verizon doesn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm
it
saying.
could come down to market share. I mean,
But
I think a lot of these these markets
yeah,
are coming down to market share right now. I mean, what
but
is it for
uh,
Sneed? The CLE is an important market for Verizon, but
but
DC is not.
yeah, to
Yeah,
me,
Steve.
anywhere they put
Yeah,
heavy millimeter wave is a heavy market for them. Wouldn't you say so? Anywhere they put heavy millimeter wave, I'm talking hundreds of
Heavy,
millimeter wave nodes, hundreds of them in Greensboro.
yes.
Not a handful, not a street. Hundreds of them are in Greensboro.
Philadelphia had millimeter. Look, I showed no radio when I was in Philadelphia, man. They like literally every third block had a
millimeter wave.
small cell and it was
That's
millimeter
how
wave
Greensboro.
on it.
That's how Greensboro is. Millimeter
So
wave
look,
everywhere.
everywhere.
Everywhere. I don't care if you go to a business district where there's nothing but factories with truckers. There's millimeter wave out there. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in the hood. It's in the housing project. But we can't get C-band on the 10 main sites in town.
Yeah.
I'm asking for 10 C-band sites and I got 35 new millimeter wave nodes.
Hey, look, Greg did. Hey, look, Greg didn't like the fact that I said that in DC millimeter wave was negligible because it was just for show. It was literally just that. It was only for show, man. Because if I compare that for what you tell me about what's going on in Greensboro and what I saw in Philly, man, they were just playing around with the millimeter wave
For
in DC.
DC, yeah, they didn't go crazy like they did in Philly.
they were like, just put a couple poles up so we can put a little red dot on the map
Bro,
in
check this
DC.
out.
That's pretty much what
Ashley.
they're doing.
Look, Ashley, you can sit on the tarmac at the airport and get millimeter wave. Inside the plane.
Good God.
Oh shit.
I'm not joking. Inside the plane. When the plane landed, I'm getting 1,500 on millimeter wave. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They got that millimeter wave out there. We even got millimeter wave on macro in Greensboro.
Hey, look, there's an update, and I'm probably gonna have to go back to New York again. So the guy named Checkers 79, I think on Twitter, he reported and said that Verizon has put millimeter wave in Times Square now. So when I did my video about 8 months ago, it didn't have millimeter wave there. It was barely in 77.
So my thing is like, why wouldn't that be the first place you put it? You know what I'm saying?
Duh.
That's why I was talking junk about the Coliseum site being trashed. That's the number one place where you're gonna have 30,000 people in a spot, and you didn't go out there and build. And you didn't go out there and build up yet. Like, what are you? But you went out over here. And put it up.
I'm telling you, man, I really do think that it comes down to strength of market, yo. It's got to be strength of market, yo. I don't have the numbers though. If I knew what the numbers were,
explain the millimeter wave. Then is my question. I think all the budget is going in. I think they're putting all the budget in the damn millimeter wave in my area, and then they're collecting the C-band.
It's probably just easier for them to go ahead and do the millimeter wave in their hot spots around town than it is to go ahead and put up in 77.
Maybe it is, but that still sucks for me.
What's up, TJ? How you doing, sir?
Don't get me wrong, it's getting better every day. It's just that they still haven't covered Greensboro all the way. So I have no hope they're gonna come down here and go crazy. I have no hope. None.
But here's the thing, though, radio millimeter wave only covers up the problem for a time. I mean, until it goes standalone, it's not. Only thing it's doing is it still uses LTE to connect.
I'm not against millimeter wave. It just ain't helping me when I'm back in the woods on the light pole trying to stream some YouTube while I'm working and my shit's buffering. It ain't helping me back there.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
I gotta go to the ghetto. Look, I gotta go to the ghetto to get good service on Verizon. If I go to the hood, Verizon's gold. You know why? Because probably ain't nobody on this shit. They can't afford it.
Hey, look, I'm just curious about seeing what direction these cell phone companies are going to go in now, because they're apparently their spending is starting to slow down, and they don't have to go ham anymore. Now I know T-Mobile doesn't have to go ham. They don't ran around the block, put N41 up, ran around the block, put 71 up, ran around the block again, came back and put 25 up, like N25.
They just need to take a break for a few years, maybe a year and a half or 2 years, and then start their millimeter wave build. That's what T-Mobile needs to do. If they don't do nothing else.
Right.
You need to go recoup.
Blind G, mid-band is the sweet spot. I agree.
Yeah, mid-band is God tier. I'll take mid-band over millimeter wave any day.
I agree. But here you go. So with cellular still on our minds, apparently, satellite companies are thinking of it also.
Oh
So
God.
Don't
Hughes,
worry, admin.
Hughes satellite internet gets a little help from its wireless friends.
I
So-
get by with a little help from my friends.
Now, nobody. I don't think anybody's gonna really know the name of this company. When I saw it, I didn't know it off the top of my head either. But Wave 7 research. Let's see. Where was it at? But HughesNet is trying to use cellular in conjunction with their satellite to provide home internet to people. So this apparently wireless is where it's at now, man. Even satellite companies that are starting to realize this might our gig might be up.
If the only option for you is to get satellite, you're screwed, bro. You're screwed. It's a you problem.
No, but
it's
I don't
not
think.
even
But here's the thing: you're getting to the place where you don't even have to move now. They can easily get it to you.
Bro, try using that satellite thing.
I said, if it's your only option, move. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Look, I think that we're almost to the place where you can actually just broadcast and beam out internet for hundreds of miles. I mean, is that what you want to do? No, that's not what you want to do.
No.
Don't give T-Mobile any ideas. Decoming towers and using that bandwidth for 50 miles.
Have you ever seen Dante's Inferno, the painting?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, there's a special place in hell for people that want to do what you just said. Okay, you're gonna be down there with the lawyers. That's what level you're gonna be in.
Oh God, don't say that.
But my thing is, there's so many options. You don't just have coax.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. The radio. Which level? You said the level is going to be the lawyers, sir?
Where the lawyers are going in hell. That's where you need to be.
First of all, people, if anybody watches this video, I think that lawyers are nice. Y'all are all nice to me. As an Uber driver, I love y'all.
Look, I didn't make that painting. Okay, I'm just telling you the lawyers is in there.
You said there's a level for lawyers, man. You said there's a level.
You said you saw it. You said you seen Dante's
Inferno.
It. Well, then you need to look at it again. You know what I'm talking about.
Look, man, that's so sad.
Anybody who don't know, Dante's Inferno are the levels of hell.
Go ahead, Ashay. Go ahead and finish your thought, man.
My thing is, so that means if you were the one person that had to use it, you got to remember, you can't get T-Mobile home internet at that place. You can't get AT&T home internet at that place. The fixed wireless that they have. You can't get Verizon fixed wireless. So you're in a place where you have no coverage for none of the carriers. Now that's just a you problem.
But no. But here's the thing. What I'm saying is the world is getting to the place where cellular is more thought of now, being able to fill the gap in than putting satellites in orbit. Because look, think about it. What are the speeds on HughesNet? It's like 25 by 2, if you're lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now, like if you attach a antenna to even the trash can somehow, you could pick that up. You could pick that up easy without the antenna.
What they gonna do? Put you on dish? Well, that's that's who owns Hughes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, what I'm saying is we're getting to the place where you can almost stick a cell phone tower anywhere. I mean, if it comes down to being profitable at that point.
I think what Ashley was trying to say is that if you can already get the cellular, why would you even deal with the Hughes in the first place?
And you don't have to worry about those bad pings.
I'm just saying, like, yo, if you are the only person in the middle of Nowheresville, Bungfudge, Egypt, and you were connected to, like, say, N71 and N25, and you were getting, like, 30, 40 megabits down, and easy constantly all the time, I mean, yo, you're good. Before you were like, hoping that it didn't, there wasn't a cloud in the sky that knocked 10 or 15 megs off your speed. That's just my thing. Like even the satellite companies are realizing that wireless is the next way to go.
Do you know if it interferes with rain?
What, Hughes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because some of them do interfere with rain, snow.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it does in the traditional sense that the device that you're connecting to, what can be blocked by just, streams of water. I mean, yeah, that was the problem with satellite. Is it wasn't that the satellite signal didn't come through the clouds or through the rain. It was a buildup of water on the dish.
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not, Keon.
What is it?
A raindrop is the same. It's about the same size as KU band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally the same size as KU band.
Are you? Hold up. Are you
I'm sorry,
actually?
I'm sorry, KA band. KA band.
You're not joking, right? Is that
No, I'm not.
that's
I'm not.
legit?
I'm not joking at all. The wavelength is about the same as a water drop.
Damn.
It's not the clouds. It's none of that. It's that the water drops are a similar size.
Which
The
is why
wavelength.
millimeter wave acts up when it rains.
But it's not as bad because you're close to it, so it's nowhere near as
Yeah,
bad as satellite would be. That's why if
that
you
being
remember back
said,
in the day, it would switch from the KA to KU, but you can only get standard definition on KU. KU's 12 gigahertz. It could get through the rain. You don't remember that? Did you ever have satellite back in the day?
I did. I had
They
Prime
would.
Star before they got bought
Yeah,
by. Who did Prime Star get bought out by?
that's DirecTV.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
Yeah, I had
back in
Prime
the
Star
day,
before.
they would tell you switch to your SD channel when it rains and it'll come in. That's why they had the SD and the HD feeds.
Oh, but no,
Yep.
I wanted to find out how y'all might have thought about this. Like, the satellite. I think that Starlink might end up looking to buy a cell phone company soon. Just remember that.
oh no, Starlink buying Dish.
Hey, don't put it past it. You don't want them because Starlink does have a lot of that higher gigahertz spectrum. Just remember that.
Here you go. Here you go, Keon. I wasn't joking with you. Millimeter wave signal is roughly the same size as a raindrop.
Yep.
There it is, and it gets
That
absorbed.
the dish could be wet as possible. It doesn't matter if there ain't no rain in front of it. You can go to your dish right now and pour water all on it. It ain't gonna go out. But if you go in front of that dish and do it, you're fucked.
Dang. I was wrong about that. My apologies.
Oh no. I just want to make sure that people know why it fucking sucks. But if you had direct TV standard definition with the 18-inch dish, it worked through the rain no problem.
Oh dang. Blind
The
G said
standard
I had one of
definition.
those Blind G said I had one of those satellite dishes that you had to crank.
C-band.
Hey, there you go.
C-band.
There you go.
Hey, but that
All
worked in the rain just fine.
That's true. All right, so I got another story for y'all. I think that No Radio and maybe even Ashay, maybe some of the people in the audience, you might be music snobs, and you particularly enjoy your streaming service. I am a YouTube music fan. I would like to find out from everybody how you might feel about this, because what is the best streaming service? Oh, hold on.
Oh man, there's
So,
there's ups and downs across the board.
what do you mean?
Apple would be the best if they could fix their damn search engine on their app.
That's so true.
But you know what? But here's the thing. I have YouTube Music, and obviously, that I run across pretty much all Apple people when they hop in my car, and people say they like the interface for YouTube Music.
The interface ain't that important. Like I told you, my only complaint with Apple is that, like, okay, for example, you can look up an artist and half the albums will be missing on Apple Music, but if you look up the album, you can find it, but it won't be under the artist.
I don't have
It's
time for
so
that.
it's so annoying. I'm telling you, bro. You be on there thinking, oh, maybe their album just ain't on here. Yes, it is. Their library just ain't the search that they use. Whatever system does search for them, they don't know how to tie stuff together properly.
Oh God.
Whereas YouTube, they got the Google behind them. The search engine is top tier.
You know
It
what?
knows that this is a Snoop Dogg album. It knows, hey, that's a Snoop Dogg album, by the way.
I want to know. I want to know how Spotify is still hanging on, man. Because
Oh, it's
Apple
good.
does
Like
does
Spotify.
everything it can to destroy Spotify.
You know what I use Spotify for? Because I still use Spotify. I use it free. I use it to listen to freaking podcasts.
Well, podcasts are
Oh.
good.
Podcasts work good on Spotify.
YouTube is starting to do podcasts also.
Yeah.
So like my podcast here, you can stream it on YouTube Music soon. Spotify's for podcasts, Apple. A new update for
Edmund, don't
YouTube TV.
lie.
No, I'm not.
You
I'm not
use
lying.
Amazon Music.
Oh God,
Oh
no.
God, that's the worst. That's the
No,
absolute
no.
worst.
I wouldn't recommend that to my worst enemy.
Plus, what
But
it?
no,
Apple keeps the podcast separate. That the podcast is a whole different app on the iPhone. It ain't built into the Apple Music to work
You're
perfectly.
joking.
No, y'all
No.
didn't know that. You
I
got an
didn't know
app
that.
on your phone. You actually got a thing on your phone called it's actually called Podcast on the
Oh
iPhone.
gosh.
It's a whole separate app than the Apple
Why
Music.
don't they just merge it?
That's what I'm saying. And guess what? That app ain't available on Android, but Apple Music is.
Actually,
So
do you
if you-
really want me to go down the
Oh,
whole
God.
iPhone rant, man? You don't want me to go
Nah,
down
we
that
good.
rant.
We good today.
Don't want me to go down that rant, sir. But no, I'm just saying, like, especially like some of the new features that's coming out for like karaoke. People love karaoke. I didn't realize to what extent, but yeah, the karaoke features are coming out for YouTube Music and Apple. Woo! They're starting to roll out now for YouTube Music. So basically, the karaoke feature is like when the song is playing on the side, you see the lyrics on YouTube Music, but now they're gonna make it where as the person is rapping or singing the song, it will highlight where they are in the song, so you can follow along if you want to sing along. I
So,
mean,
Edmund,
it's
we're gonna
getting
have a rap
serious out
battle
here.
here on the
No,
live.
y'all don't want it.
no, no,
Y'all don't want
it. Look, I just saying something. I don't want no part of the rap god, dog. No part. No parts.
Yeah,
But
Apple, integrate the podcast into the damn Apple Music, please. It's annoying.
you would think that would just be like Spotify already does that. You would think that would be
Exactly.
like okay, and then YouTube Music does it. So you're like, this is just commonplace now. Go ahead and do it, Apple.
Yeah.
I'm trying
I
not to
don't
go
get it.
into an Apple rant. I'm really trying not to. Really.
Look, I literally just looked up. I looked up three just to make sure that I'm not wrong. I went into Apple Music and I looked up 3 podcasts to listen to, and they're nowhere to be found. So
Cowboy says Amazon Music is for poor people. Don't say that. Don't say that.
poor and dumb. I'm sorry. I said it.
Their selection is not as robust. That's all. It's not
Oh,
as
you still gotta
robust.
pay for that? You pay for Amazon subscription, then you gotta pay
yes,
$11.
yes, you do. Yep.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
separate. It's separate from your subscription. Which is another reason why would I get Amazon Music for? If it was part of Amazon Prime, it would be a heavy contender.
Oh, hey, Keon, just a little information. The lawyers go to the 3rd level of hell.
Oh God.
God damn.
You know what's in the 3rd level of hell?
What's in the 3rd level, man?
You will spend an eternity trapped inside a burning, overheated metal coffin with no room to move and little air to breathe for eternity.
once again, lawyers, if you're watching this on replay, which I thank you for making it this far.
Hey,
Remember, I
look.
love
The
y'all.
third. Hey, look, they ain't in the worst part of hell. It goes deeper. It's 9 levels.
Oh,
We all fit somewhere in there. Okay.
oh no. Hey, look, my thing is I wish that more people would try out some of the other ones. Like a lot of people hop in my car, they're a Spotify fan or Apple Music fan. They try YouTube Music. They go, oh, this is nice. I mean, I've used Apple Music. I'm not a big fan of it.
I just use it
I
because it's
haven't I
included in
haven't
my
I haven't
Verizon.
tried Spotify yet. I haven't
The
tried
one thing
Spotify.
the one thing I'll give Spotify isn't, but they used to have a whole lot of underground stuff that you couldn't get on the other ones. They used to a lot of underground artists were on Spotify first before they were in all these other ones. So
I mean, hey, look, which one of these streaming services promote independent artists a lot better? That's the next question.
I don't know about now.
What's
I
the
think
one?
it's
What's the one that was
the
on Sprint that they used to give out for free?
title.
That was
Tidal.
Title. Yep.
The thing is, Keon, the game has changed. You can now sign up for a like a distribution service and get your music in any of them now.
That's
So it
true.
didn't used to, it didn't used to be that way. It used to be a little more difficult, but now you can sign up for like DistroKid or whatever, and they'll put your stuff on all streaming platforms immediately. So it's better now. But you said promote. Ain't none of them really promoting these underground artists. You got to know their name to go find them.
That's true. You know what? I think YouTube Music is copying Spotify's layout.
Oh, they all copy each other.
No, because like look at this layout here, right? So this is the Spotify layout, right? And then look at the YouTube layout, which they've been playing around with it, but a lot of it does cross over
Oh,
with
that's the
this
same
this
layout.
style. It's
That's the
almost the
same
same.
layout. Yeah. Now,
Yes.
if you go on Spotify, what's it called? The web browser. That's the exact same as the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean a lot of this is a lot of crossover. Let's see. Why does it? What you give Apple Music all well rounded? Boo, boo,
Yeah, he was wearing the Apple song that day. Whoever.
boo. I'm not agree. I don't agree with that. But hey, actually, what do you use?
Spotify.
And then no radio, you use Apple
I use
Music.
Apple Music, but just because it's included with my Verizon subscription. If it wasn't, I would not be using Apple Music.
See,
But it's
see,
so
it,
it's so
I want to
weird.
know. I want to know what people pay for. What are you willing to pay for out of your pocket?
If I Okay, I do have one problem with YouTube Music though.
Because it won't let you just have
No,
YouTube Music only.
that's not why.
Why?
They don't always have high quality versions of every song. Sometimes they have some crappy music video in the place of a song.
I've seen that.
Okay. I agree with you there, but I think they've been going back and updating the quality on it. Because when
Yeah,
I first started using YouTube Music, I had to always turn the volume up for the older music. So like let's say that it would be like Earth, Wind and Fire.
exactly. They
It
wouldn't have a high
Earth, Wind
quality
and Fire
version.
didn't have the high quality version, but now of
Exactly.
late, a lot of the older music starting to get updated. So I don't have to turn the volume up as loud as I did before.
Oh. And
That's what
and
I've
look,
been noticing.
Keon, this go both ways because have you tried to watch a music video on Apple Music? It's horrible.
Whoa, really?
It's horrible. Yes, it's horrible.
You know? Okay. So
It's
you have Apple
horrible.
Music. Actually, you have Spotify. What is the video like? What is the music video quality like? Because on YouTube Music, it's like godly.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's like
good,
it's there,
but YouTube was video first, remember?
right?
So But yeah, Apple the videos be all jacked up in the Apple Music.
Wow. So that's why people's reaction to it is so okay. Understand? I pick up people in my car. They have access to my tablet in the back. This is what anybody that if you come to DC and never catch me in there, I have a tablet in between the seats of my car, and people can choose what music they want to listen to. And on YouTube Music, if there's a music video for that song, all you got to do is touch the tab at the top, and it will switch. No matter where you are in the video in the song, it will switch to the music video at that same spot. So
Yeah.
people, but here's the thing: the problem is that the video quality is lower, but the video audio is lower. But yo, it looks just like you watching regular YouTube video. It looks just like that. If I was
Yeah,
playing, you would never know.
the videos on Apple Music be super low quality videos. Like the videos be grainy as hell. And a lot of times the volume is also lower when you play the video versus playing the song.
Right. So so Apple Music and YouTube Music run into that same problem. All right,
But YouTube
actually,
tends
what
to have
about
better
Spotify?
quality videos.
Yes, the
Yeah.
video quality is
So
way
what's
better.
Spotify?
So the Spotify do music videos.
What do you mean music videos that like on YouTube music where like you see the artist
Yeah, like the Vivo brand.
Yeah.
a little bit, not that much.
Okay, so that's the reason why I hear people's reaction to when they see the music video and the song at the same time. That makes sense now. I'm gauging it according to people's reaction. So I kept hearing whenever people
But
find out that you could watch a video on YouTube Music, they just go, they're like, "Oh my god!" Like they discovered, God has come back to the earth or something.
yeah, let me say this real quick. It's most of the ones that I've seen, it's not the actual YouTube, it's like a snippet of that YouTube video playing.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord. Oh, that's even worse.
So it's not the full thing.
Okay, so YouTube Music has the music videos on top tier right now. Then it's Apple, then it's Spotify. Okay, which explains why people's reaction to music videos in my car is so crazy hype. Okay.
Oh
Uh oh.
shoot.
Uh
The
oh.
man, the myth, the legend.
Mr. Sprint Man himself.
Oh shit.
And
Mr. PCS.
Sprint PCS. He
Now
keeping the
that's better.
idea. He keeping that idea of Sprint alive. He's like, it might be gone, but it'll never be forgotten.
All right, Brandon, drop the pin like the old Sprint commercial used to do.
Oh shit.
Doom, doom, doom.
Remember they used to drop the little pin needle would drop on the screen on the
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah. The white one.
Yeah. Yo, so Brandon, what music app do you use, sir? And I'm probably gonna guess is Apple. So go ahead.
I use Apple Music. I use Spotify. I recently, a week ago, ended up doing an Amazon Music Unlimited trial, and I hate it, to be honest with you.
Oh God. But you didn't try YouTube Music though.
No, I've tried YouTube Music before. My trial recently ended with them a month ago. Um, I honestly, to be honest with you, I'd rather use YouTube Music than Amazon Music.
Mm. But you'll still choose Apple Music over YouTube Music.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we can only try.
But I
God
will.
damn.
But honestly, YouTube Music is still good. I don't hate it.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just
because I mean,
gauging.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some music that I can't find on any of the streaming services, and it pulls it off the actual YouTube itself.
That's true. But No Radio has said that what is it? That you have to search, you gotta search differently on Apple. So it's
Yeah,
probably there. You just gotta
yeah,
search
yeah.
differently.
There's a lot of stuff that's there, but when it won't show up when you search for it. It's weird. But then
I
you'll
mean,
find it. You I'm gonna tell you how I found out, Brandon. I was looking for a certain album, kept looking for it, kept looking, but then I guess it just ain't on here. And it wasn't like a month later, a song from that album was just like automatically started playing after another one. I was like, huh. So then I opened it and said go to album, and when I go there, it's not even under the artist's damn name.
Mm.
That's like no wonder.
I mean, my Apple Music is tied to my iTunes or iCloud account or whatever, and there's sometimes where occasionally sometimes the album is hidden because I already own that album, or there's just a couple of tracks that I have purchased from that album before, because I've had my iTunes account for 15 years.
Yeah, but it should be smart enough to decipher that though. They need to fix that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
because I've
think
actually
that
But
purchased albums on Google.
I think that search is hard, dog. YouTube and Google make it look easy, but I think
well, I
search is
mean,
very
YouTube
hard.
Music searches up everything.
Exactly.
But I think that you got to get to the place where you gotta crawl all aspects of everything, not just skimming the top and go, okay, so what's the artist name or whatever. I think that you got to go deeper, like the metadata, all of it.
Well, I mean, like, how do I say it? I mean, I listen to most of the popular art. I mean, like the popular artists from like the 90s and the 2000s. I don't listen to uh, the ones that have all the weird quotation marks or lowercase errors and up and downs and all that stuff.
Well, here you go. Let me ask you this question.
But even if you spell it wrong, a good search engine will still find it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
I mean, if you like the artist, you like the artist.
My next question to y'all is this: is when it comes down to recommendations, who has the best?
Oh
I
God.
oh dog, as I say, I favor YouTube on this one. I literally had people tell me like, "Yo, is this my playlist?" And
I
I'd be
mean,
like, "No,
I'm gonna be.
I didn't create that playlist." They'd be like, "Yo, that's computer generated." YouTube, like people literally go, "Oh man, they stay in that same list of songs." Like if you let's say you choose
Oh.
Nicki Minaj, and it will give you everything related to that and more.
I'm gonna let Brandon go, and then I got another complaint. Go, Brandon.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Edmund. Apple Music is the worst DJ.
Yo,
You telling me that you be banging on you bang against the table and the DJ gets it wrong? Is that what you saying?
Basically, but like honestly, like when it comes to recommendations, like I'm gonna be straight up Apple Music. I mean, not Apple Music, Spotify and YouTube Music does the best.
Mm.
What's it called?
What
Brandon,
about
for my
you?
complaint.
Hold on. We're gonna
Yes.
hold you up. Well, no. Let's get Double A in here first, and
Yeah, go
then
ahead,
we'll hear no radio.
About what? Sorry, I've been
Uh,
just doing some homework.
boo, boo. All right, look, I'll catch you up. You have Spotify, right?
Yeah,
Do you think Spotify's recommendation engine is better than Apple Music and YouTube?
I think it's better than Apple Music, but it's on par or a little bit worse than YouTube Music.
Okay. No radio? Drop the mic, sir.
My next complaint with Apple Music
And
is
no radio to send it to the FCC.
there's
I did.
so I listen to a lot of music, like I watch a lot of music channels on YouTube, right? And you,
Right.
Brandon, you probably already know this. A person can create a playlist and just make a link, and when you open it, it's supposed to launch in the Apple Music app and just work. And like they can make their own playlist, and you can just take their playlist and open it. Have you ever done that?
Apple Music does that.
I know, but listen. You let me finish. I'm saying, have you ever done it?
Wait, repeat that question again, because
Have you
You
ever
ever opened
took somebody else's playlist?
somebody's playlist, random playlist? You can just click the link and open their playlist in your Apple Music.
Yeah, sometimes I subscribe to their playlists.
Okay, okay, but I'm not talking about it. I'm saying random place. I'm not saying you saw it in Apple Music and clicked it. I'm saying you found a random link on the internet that's a playlist and you opened it. And
Mm-hmm.
you're in Safari and you open it and it opens an Apple Music. Well, guess
Right.
what? Those links don't work on Android. Apple needs to fix that shit.
Oh
Oh, that's your
no.
problem.
No, that's Apple problem because they the
Oh.
ones write the code. They the ones write the code. So this is what happens. It'll open Apple Music, but apparently something in the code doesn't translate to the Android version. It'll launch and everything, but will not open that playlist. They need to fix that shit. If you're gonna write an
That's.
app for Android, you need to make sure the app works in every aspect.
I mean, if you don't want if you wanna alienate a whole another 100,000 people, go ahead, keep on messing up. YouTube Music is closing that gap.
I bet if you had a shared playlist on YouTube Music, it'll work on both phones.
It probably would.
but
It probably
it
would.
How many
wouldn't
people do
open.
you? How many people do you think? Because with the YouTube Premium subscriptions, you get free YouTube Music. How many people do you think don't know that? Like they have Premium, but they don't know that they get YouTube Music for free.
I think
I
it's
you
more
know
people that don't care than people that don't know.
Yeah, a
I
lot
think
of
Mhm.
I
people.
think that there's a lot more people that ask me about it, like, yo, what is this? And I'd be like telling them it's YouTube Music, and they'd be like, well, how do you get it? And I'd be like, well, you just pay for YouTube Premium. They're like, really? So I
Yeah.
think it comes down to like just knowledge. I don't think a lot of people know.
But think about this, Ken, right? What I meant by they don't care, if they would have cared, they probably would have already known.
That's true.
What I'm saying is you put it in their face. When you care about something, you don't need somebody to tell you. You were looking for it anyway.
Yup.
That's all I'm saying. Like, just think about that for a second.
But you know what? But here's the
And
thing: a lot of
you
people,
know what
but a
you
lot
know
of
what
people
your
don't
situation is.
experiment.
No, what exactly? But my point is, they didn't. So, I'll give you an example. A person who's a music fan, like a serious music fan, has already tried all the music services.
That's
They've
true.
already done it. They're not just all of a sudden deciding they want a music service tomorrow. They've already done it. Like the people who care have already done this, played this game. They done been through the titles. They done been through the what's the other one? There's one more that we're not talking about that we didn't put in this list.
Oh,
Um,
Cowboy put up there and said Deezer.
yes, Deezer. I had Deezer before.
Rhapsody.
Oh no, don't even go there. Don't you go there, brother. Put that Rhapsody Napster crap back where you got it from.
Oh, no radio. No radio. No radio. I didn't even know this until last week. I did not know Music Choice had a streaming service, and you got to sign up through cable.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
hey, Blind G, I didn't know that. So the YouTube Music playlists do work on both iPhone and Android perfectly.
there you go. That's all I'm
Oh.
saying.
No radio. Last year, no, 2 years ago, I actually migrated my playlists from Spotify to Apple Music,
I get that. But if
and
you post a link, if you post a link to your custom playlist on the internet and I click it right now, that shit is not gonna work. So it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Hey, Cave is shouting out Pandora. We don't count
Oh
Pandora,
my
dog.
God.
You don't count
Pandora is for your
I'm not.
Pandora.
I'm,
that's
I'm
for your
not. I'm not
grandma.
gonna. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's internet radio. That ain't streaming, that's internet radio.
No, I know, but they have on-demand service too. I'm not gonna
No,
lie
but
to you.
nobody pays for it. Nobody
Some
buys that. Who?
You
Who you know that pay for Pandora? Everybody know who use Pandora. They use it because they don't want to pay.
Oh, we forgot Pandora. That's the one we forgot.
hey,
My wife
look.
used
So
Pandora.
I want to know who pays for it. That's the question.
Yeah, that's what we want to know. Who pays for Pandora?
who
Who
pays
pays
for
for
YouTube?
Pandora? I do.
Um,
I would pay for YouTube if I didn't have Apple Music for free.
There you go.
but
Not
I'm
really
not
for
gonna
free because
lie to
my
you.
phone bill high.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to music, I think Pandora. When it comes to discovering the types of like taste, Pandora has really good taste in music.
Well, you know what?
Ugh.
Pandora's recommendation engine was very good
Hey,
for a
it
while.
was really good,
It
and
was
there
very good
it was really good.
because
It
here's the
never
thing.
worked for me.
You
It was always cliche
because
as hell.
but no radio. You are a different musical monster. Okay.
It's
So look,
cliche.
we have been in Google Meets with you where you've gone through and given us educational lessons. Pandora is not for people like you. Okay, it's not meant for you. It's meant for
All I'm
people like
saying
us.
is,
No
you
radio
know what I think
Pandora
about
is for old people.
exactly.
And
It's
there you go.
cliche. Bro, you like Pandora plays like nothing but songs that was on the damn radio damn near half the time.
Hey, the radio. Before we had streaming internet, what we listened to a lot, radio.
No. Even back then, I had my cassette tapes and my CDs. No, sir.
No
My
No
man
radio.
was
radio,
coming in
no
with the
radio.
CD
We
player
know you
in
were
the block.
listening. No radio. We know you were listening to iHeartRadio.
I
No
went from
radio.
cassette tapes to CDs to mini disc to the MP3 player to
No radio. You were
smartphone.
no radio. You were listening to Tom Joyner's morning show. Tom Joyner's morning show.
Yeah, but
Just
but listen, you weren't listening to that for the music.
I'm just
That
saying,
was a
man.
think about it. A morning show is basically an old school podcast.
That is true.
We
A
were
more
listening to that for
professional,
the
a more professional podcast than that.
like, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to listen to the 102 Jams in Greensboro. I would listen to the Wild Not Wake Up show. Every time they played a song, I turned the radio off.
That's no radio.
When they went back to
you
talking and
you
joking, I would
are
listen.
you are befitting to your name.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, dog. Cause I be in the middle of them, I be in the middle of laughing at whatever they talk about. They got me rolling, and then they gonna put on some damn Young Thug. I'm like, hey, shit.
You sound like Snoop Dogg when you said.
I was down. I was like, please let this shit go off so I can get back to the wake up show.
Oh no,
Hey, but by the
yo,
way, guys, I'll tell you what Spotify's good for on Samsung, Keon.
what's it good for? What's it good for?
You can set your alarms to be automatically triggered on Spotify. Meaning, like
Really? What?
you can Spotify instead of you playing an alarm, your Samsung can trigger Spotify to play a song to wake you up.
Oh wow.
Apple Music could do that too on the iPhone.
I know. So I just said I use Spotify for it because it's included and it's free.
You know
Wait,
what?
doesn't
You know what?
Pandora do the
I
same
don't think
thing
I've ever
too?
tried it. I don't think I've ever
It's
tried it
free.
for YouTube.
I woke up this morning to Snoop Dogg, and look, and, and I have to say, it be playing some good shit. You know how you know when it? And look, sometimes I don't even pick the song. It'll pick a song, and I be trying to wake up, but I be too busy dancing on the pillow. Like I would get up, but this shit sounds good to the mind right now.
Man, I can see it now. You got the Tootsie Roll playing as soon as you wake up, dog. That's old. Let me see your Tootsie Roll.
I woke
To
up
the
this
left,
morning to
to the
Snoop
left,
Dogg
to the right.
at 6 a.m. this morning. Snoop Dogg came on, and I was dancing on the pillow, dog.
Man. Now I need to find out if YouTube has that feature, dog. Godly.
They probably don't, but it's probably coming.
I think no radio dropped out for a second. But yeah, I just wanted to find out what everybody's musical taste was and what they prefer to use since we're coming down to the long stretch. We got 4 in the running: Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. I'm not an Apple fan, so
I mean, there's a lot of music streaming services. There's iHeartRadio, Pandora.
yeah, but come on, man. We already said who's using Pandora.
There's a HD one. Well, that was one of the first one, and then there's Tidal, and then there's well,
You
there's
know
so
what?
many.
I don't, Cowboy. I don't know who has the most subs. I think
It's Apple.
I would honestly say that Apple probably has the most subs just by the fact that they force it on their phones, where on Spotify has to pretty much swindle everybody to get them on their iPhones.
Wait. It's actually Spotify that has the most. It's Spotify because I remember a year ago or something like that, Apple Music was like trying to fight to get number one.
Right.
Yeah, Keon,
Right,
go on
no
and set your alarm to Spotify in the morning, man. Thank me later.
I need to try it for YouTube.
It's in the regular clock. You go on your regular clock and just put source and you can change it. I don't.
Hey, here goes another one. So you had Deezer, you had Tidal, and what's this? Qbiz?
Yeah,
You ever heard
that's the
of that?
service. That's the server that I was talking about. It was one of the first ones to do lossless. They have a weird pricing.
Yeah, Deezer was lossless too. Deezer was the first lossless one I signed up for.
They started doing lossless almost 2 years ago.
Who?
Deezer.
Deezer did lossless before then.
No radio.
Maybe not on our phone. Wait a minute, you can't do lossless on iPhone or AirPods.
No, like no radio, but like they did it. They did it like 6 or 7 months after Apple Music did lossless.
No, bro, I'm telling you. I had Deezer lossless
I know what
years ago.
I know what I'm telling you because I actually did a trial.
I had Deezer like 4 years ago, bro.
I know.
It was already they already had
while.
They already had losses back then. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You want to Google searching on radio?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We can play this game.
Don't play that game with him. You don't want to play that game
I thought
with
you
him.
were the Googlepedia.
We can play this game.
Don't do that. Don't do it. No, don't do it. But while No Radio gets ready to fire up the Encyclopedia Britannica, Brandon, I know you don't like EVs, but I have to talk about this one. I didn't get a chance to talk about it last week.
Oh shit!
But dog, the storm has been a brewing. I mentioned this to No Radio, but yo, Kia is lighting
2017, Brandon. 2017. Deezer launches lossless audio. 2017. 2017, homie.
I told you didn't want to do it.
Telling you, I had it years ago.
I mean, I've heard of Deezer. Deezer's been around for a while.
They had that was their whole marketing thing, was that they were lossless. Them and Tidal were the first two to do it. No, Apple always seems to think Apple do shit first. Y'all was late.
No, Apple. Well, I mean, at this point, Spotify is late, but Apple was one of the last ones to do it. I think even Amazon had losses before Apple Music.
Actually, it goes back to limit 2015. Deezer launches lossless in Asia Pacific. 2015, I'm just telling you, they launched it years ago. Years ago. They launched it before Apple Music was even available on Android. They was already lossless. And because you know why I know? I was paying $19 a month just to have the lossless service. I was paying that much because.
So look. I was getting ready to switch, but y'all are really going to war right now.
Hey, I'll just say it, dog. He think Apple be doing shit first.
Wait. No, where did it launch lossless?
On the computer, and I was using it back then.
In what country?
And it was 2015 in Asia. In the US, it was 2017.
I swear I don't remember.
I mean, Apple is not always.
No, but I remember I remember signing up for trials for Deezer, and I never saw anything like that. I know that they had 320 kilobits.
Losses was 2017. That's the only reason why I signed up for it is in 2017. I was on T-Mobile back then. I was paying $19 a month for Deezer. For the Deezer Elite, for the highest plan.
Well, I don't want to break up the happy debate that y'all was rolling with. I didn't know it was going to get that serious.
Oh no! I just said I know I wasn't paying $20 a month for regular. I was paying out the ass for that shit. And the sub networks on cellular, it sucks because the networks were slower, and that loss and shit would take a second to load back then.
So the radio. Let me ask you a question, man. You're I take it you're a family man. And you said that you eventually would have to look at electric vehicles. I mean, would you consider a Kia as an electric
No,
vehicle for your family? God, let me finish. Let me have a
Dante's Inferno
chance.
level 9. Dante's Inferno.
Edmund,
Let me have a
no,
chance
radio
to
doesn't
finish.
doesn't doesn't want its stuff to be affected by the Kia boys.
Um, hey, look, I think this vehicle is a little bit more advanced than what they put on the street, man. Those kills that the Kill boys were grabbing, not similar to what they showing here, man. So I'll give you some backstory. You can give me your commentary, but on YouTube and in the they're at the New York Auto Show right now too, and this vehicle has people crawling all over top of it. If you look at a YouTube video and look up EV9 on YouTube, it's at the New York Auto Show. I mean, like people are literally like 5 or 6 people are standing in front of the car, 6 people are standing behind the car. They open the door. People are crawling all over this vehicle with rollers, measurement tape, everything. So this is getting a lot of look because people want a bigger vehicle that's an EV. So this is getting a lot of eyeballs on, and rightfully so for me because I'm an Uber driver, and this little sticker price right there is the reason why. So electric vehicle at $56,000. My Highlander brand new was $54,000. So I'm in the market for one, and this is the most affordable one that's coming to market this year. So I know Brandon, you don't care for electric vehicles, but no radio. What do you think? Honest opinion, of course, honest opinion.
We still talking about this damn Kia.
Oh God, Jesus. Tesla, Kia's not trash. Y'all are so evil. I want to put it out there that I think that this is a very nice design vehicle, and the technology that's coming with it looks very
It
good.
looks
So
like a box.
it is a box. It is a box. I mean, have you not seen what the Kia Soul look like? It's just a box on wheels.
Hey, man, so you about to be the next Blue's Clues?
Not the next Blues. Hey, look, man, you have to understand. Me, if you gave me the option of paying for electricity or paying for gas, I want to pay for electricity. That's where I sit at now. Tesla Cowboy says he wants a soul. No, you don't. You don't want you don't want that. That's an ugly vehicle. That's an ugly vehicle, sir.
They called
But
it a soul, but it ain't got no soul.
but hey, look, anybody if you watching this, go to YouTube, type in the Kia EV9. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people looking at this vehicle right now, and it's beating Toyota and some of the bigger automakers to the market for SUVs. I'm surprised that they beat Toyota to the market, and Toyota's just dragging their feet in the EV market right now.
What it is, Kia, they got 200 Korean slaves down there peddling little wheels and charge the battery while you drive.
Already, so did they go in the depths of hell and pick them up out of the 9th level and use them as slave labor? Is that what you're saying?
Now slaves are going to heaven.
Oh. Man, on radio, you're tough. You're tough. But hey, look, it's a style. It's one of those type of styles that hey, it don't have to be perfect. It just got to be usable. That's
You
how
can
I look
have
at
your
it.
Kia. That Kia, you go stop to use the bathroom with them Kia boys go take it.
Oh gosh.
People gonna go, where's my Uber? And the Kia boys got it.
Oh, Brandon came back.
What's bad though is them Kias. They be nice as hell on the inside though.
Yo,
On certain
it
ones,
looks real nice. It does
they be
look
nice on
real
the
nice.
inside.
Hey, look. The SUV that gets 336 miles of range. I can go from here back to home, North Carolina, in this easy. Buy a Mini Cooper EV. Man, I can't.
Even Keon gonna be squished up in that car. Keon, you know you too big for
I'm
them.
a big boy. I understand. I'm a big boy. I understand. The smallest vehicle I've ever driven was a Corolla. Okay,
You gonna look like Rasputia.
and nobody keep this in mind. It was almost like High Tower in Police Academy, man. I had that thing all the way pushed back too. You were gonna
He
have
gonna
to take
talk.
the seat out.
Keon gonna say, "Who moved my seat? Who moved my seat?
Ooh, the seat.
You moved my seat, didn't you, Norbit?"
Yo, I run my car through the car wash. You know how you get out and the guy takes the car. I hate it, man, because they move the seat. I'm like, oh. And
That's
normally
why
when
you
people
gotta
that
get a
do the
car.
car wash, and people do the car wash is smaller than me, man. So I be like, how did y'all move so fast?
That's why you get the luxury car, Keon, that has the memory seat. You just press a button, it goes exactly back where it's supposed to be.
Look, I'm working on trying to
Yeah.
get to that. I'm working on trying to get to that level. Here you go. Shameless plug. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. so I can finally get memory seats in my car.
I mean, we have a word from our sponsor.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
don't do that. Don't do that, Brandon. Because what's gonna happen when I finally do get a sponsor? They're not gonna take me seriously.
This show has been sponsored by Blue Chew.
Oh gosh.
And I'm addicted to drinking gasoline.
No, Lord. Oh
I can't
no.
go a day without it. Like I crave it.
That hoe gonna die.
Need it. I'll wake
Oh
up, go to the
God.
washroom, and drink the gas.
That's how.
If I go
That's
out
how you.
somewhere, I'll put it in a small
That's
water
how you
bottle.
thin the herd.
When I
Look, this is
fill up
what
my
happens
car,
when you watch a
I'll
Little
put
John
it all
video
over
too
my
closely.
hand. I do it before I go to bed.
Oh, Brandon.
Little dumb girl. Little John didn't have gasoline in the tank. It was liquor.
Hey. You know what? All these people understand that's gonna be a delicacy soon.
Do you remember whenever Little John used to walk around with the gas tank with a gas can
Yeah.
full of liquor?
Oh
Yes,
wow.
bro. That was a whole era. That was a whole era in rap, bro. Like people were, in the music videos, they had a gas can they were drinking out of, but it wasn't gas.
Oh Lord.
They were drinking lean and liquor out of that.
But yeah, hey, I'm just saying, man, at the rate that we're moving toward electric vehicles, it's not going to be uncommon that you see all these gearheads walking around with gas tanks talking about, man, I miss gas so much. That's the direction we're going in. It's gonna be more people like her talking about, I'm just in love with gasoline. I just gotta have it. Oh man, y'all ain't right.
And now I want to watch a Little John video.
Yeah. Let's see.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
What's up?
We haven't really talked about it, but DirecTV is still going to have the NFL Sunday ticket, but only for businesses only.
You know what?
That's a major loss for YouTube.
That is a major loss because you need that. You need those businesses.
And I knew there would be no way that they would actually be able to put YouTube in a business.
No. I don't necessarily think that they can't do it. I just think that there's
Well, I
always
mean,
a
not
catch
right
22.
now. I feel like YouTube is still very young at doing it right now.
Well, you got to prove yourself. They're not going to give you the. Think about it. They just having
I feel like they need
the
a
NFL
dedicated
name.
stream.
But that's what I'm saying is YouTube ends up getting this big prestigious medal, but they don't get the whole kit and caboodle. I guess that they weren't ready for it yet, and I guess that the NFL might have only offered partial service at this point. That's what I think. I don't know.
Oh Jesus! Get you some
Hey,
crunk juice.
no radio. You say that get that pimp juice.
The crunk juice. That's what Lil John used to put in his gas can. Crunk juice.
Uh,
That girl didn't get the memo.
all right,
You know what I was
so
thinking about earlier?
what's up?
How we like basically all the cash registers are gone in most Walmarts now, and now like we have to check out everything ourselves, but yet they have those people now going into our cars now.
Wait, you talking about breaking into cars or?
They
No,
breaking your stuff to the car now.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Hey, look, man.
Ain't that?
Look. People
Look,
look. Like I
Brandon.
said,
Look at Brandon being insightful. Look at how insightful Brandon is.
right.
He's right though.
But nobody else. Who wants to go shopping? Like you have to be an insane person that wants to go shopping, man.
Women.
Like, well, I'm not gonna say that those next words that popped in my head. Not gonna say that. Look, shopping really is not fun. Like, it's not. It's inefficient. It's really very, very inefficient. I mean, you're hoping to go to the store that's gonna have what you're looking for. If they don't have it, you just waste your time.
that sounds like
Especially,
Ross.
hey, that's what it is, man. You know what? You know what grocery? You know what shopping is like? Is the way No Radio talks about being on Netflix. You don't go in. You go to Netflix to be entertained. You don't go there looking for something. See, the thing is when I'm looking for something, I particularly just go ahead and go online and start looking it up. I'm like, yo, I particularly need this thing right here, and I don't need to go.
There's not enough anime on Netflix.
I go to Crunchyroll for that, sir. I go to Crunchyroll for that. See, y'all, you're never gonna shame me out of my anime. Remember that.
Anime Chromebook.
Yes, a match made in heaven, sir. But hey, I got one more. I think since I wasn't up here last week, and I want to get y'all plug on this, but
Stop.
the merger between HBO Max and Discovery Plus is now called Max.
Boo.
I've said that already before.
Yeah, no. But I want to get you on record talking about it, man. Yeah, a new standalone service with both HBO Max and Discovery.
Discovery sucks.
Oh, what?
It does.
Wait. Hold on a second. No radio. You think Discovery sucks?
They got two good. They got two good channels. That's it.
Yo.
Yeah. Velocity and ID.
Exactly.
Wow.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding.
No radio. You never watched Gold Rush?
Hell no. It ain't the damn 1800s.
No radio. You never watched Shark Week? Come on, man. Shark Week,
yeah.
dog.
Why would I watch Shark Week when I can just go out there in the ocean my damn self?
Okay. First of all, you're black, and we don't believe in that.
First of all,
But Edmund, let's face it. Most of the channels that are in the Discovery division are for old people.
It's not. Like, I'm saying something, man.
No radio. Do you agree?
Discovery is the bee's knees, man. Come on.
What is it? Nobody watching that shit.
Edmund, they own Food Network. Old people watch that.
Old people watch Food Network.
The Oprah Winfrey Network, TLC.
You know what young people do? They watch food creators on the internet. They don't get on Food Network to watch that.
Yeah.
Look. I'm not saying that Discovery needs look right now. Discovery needs to reinvent itself. That's why they come up with they dropped the HBO name and they dropped the Discovery name. They got our call. Max.
The ambassadors have said since before launch that they hate the name.
Well,
They've
says
always hated the HBO Max name.
so right here they said that Warner Brothers and Discovery reported concern that the HBO name scares away some potential subscribers. So,
you know what the problem with Discovery is, Keon? It's showing it has all the same crap you can just watch on the TV.
But that's what I'm saying.
Basically,
they are TV.
You don't need it. You don't need them then, because nobody watches TV anymore.
The only time they want to watch TV
at wonderful premium information go to waste.
Premium,
yes,
man, that's 87.
Edmund, the only time people want to watch TV are like people between their 20s and 40s are literally the ones that want to watch live sports.
Yeah.
Well, look, live sports is going streaming too, so I'm just saying.
But not all of it right now.
And look, Keon, velocity is good and all, right? But would you rather just watch your favorite car creators on YouTube instead?
You know what? I would love to watch my favorite creators, no matter where they would be at, if I can afford to have it.
But they ain't on Discovery, okay?
Okay. But that's
like,
because Discovery,
like Comcast
but that's because Discovery hasn't changed in a long time. I'm
an old guy.
I'm an older guy.
And it ain't gonna change because you always talking about old boy with his rotary cars. He ain't on Discovery. He should be.
He's on YouTube.
But he should be. My point is, if Discovery cared that much, they would get these great creators and give them shows. They're not doing it, which is why they're losing.
That's true.
Most of live TV now is marathons with commercials.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, look, I mean, I watched the Street Outlaws, but No Radio basically shims on them too.
I used to watch Street Outlaws, but it's repetitive at this point.
Oh, and I'm gonna go on record on something.
Well, I've never built an engine before, and
don't get me started on them being fake. Don't get me started on how fake that show is neither.
Oh no!
Don't even get me started on that.
No Radio, don't do the WWE problem. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, them cars ain't fast as they be trying to act like they is. I done seen them in person. So, but anyway, I done seen them at the track.
Oh gosh.
I see and will happen within the next 2 years. Discovery Warner Media is going to sell out HBO Max. I mean, CNN.
Wait. So who you think they're gonna sell it to? Because who's gonna want that hot potato?
I know who might want to buy it.
Oh no.
Well, you know BET's for sale right now, right?
Really?
You didn't know that?
So it's VH1.
And it's a battle right now between your boy who owns the Weather Channel. He wants it. What's his name? Byron Allen wants it. Diddy wants it. Yeah, they having a little bit of a small bidding wars going on. Who's going to buy it? Well, we already know Byron Allen likes buying channels. So, he might start scooping up some of this stuff.
If you really think about it, most of the channels that he owns, nobody watches.
I understand that, but he's still making more money than us by owning them. Hey. What I'm saying is some of these channels are coming up for sale that people do watch, and they're gonna. His main thing is he's gonna try to take some of these stations and revamp them, like Keon's talking about. Actually, updating these things.
I mean, honestly, No Radio. They do need to be updated.
No, but honestly, No Radio. I think ever since Comcast sold the Weather Channel to him, it's dumpster fire now.
Hey, look, I got a perfect thing for BET whenever they finally settled in. The No Radio channel. I'm telling you, man, I can see that in lights. I can see it in lights, man.
There was a controversial thing that came out. Oh, I'll tell you what's happening, Keon. So you know how I don't know if you listen like Power 105. You ever watch them on YouTube? You probably don't. You're not really into music like that.
Nah,
But like Power
I
105 in
haven't.
New York, do
Yeah,
you know that they're like nationwide syndicated shows, right? But they're
yeah.
now being stuck in the same ranks as podcasters.
Oh no.
Do you know how embarrassed that is for them?
Oh no, I can believe it
They
because
literally got more credit for their YouTube short videos they put up than their national radio show. So
mm,
even the national networks are more successful online than they are on TV.
but you know what? But that comes from the fact that you have to pivot. No matter whatever you're doing or wherever you're in, you have to be ready for that next swing. And that's what it
So,
is. Like look, radio stations, if you didn't see this coming, I'm sorry. I mean, come on, Joe Rogan proved to you right then that
Joe Rogan,
Joe
yeah,
Rogan proved like, you could be just on the putting around the YouTube channels and stuff, and you basically are just you could make it big. And here you basically are um nationally syndicated. You got commercials, you got everything, and you didn't put below just everyday people.
yeah. But this is what happened. So they put the Complex, which is known for hip hop, right? They
Uh-huh.
put the Joe Budden podcast as the number one hip hop podcast, period, in the ranking.
Wow.
He outranked all the major companies that have all these billions of dollars. He outranked them all as an independent podcast.
Hey, see
So that just
that.
shows you like these places that wouldn't give him a job. He went and ruined them all on the internet. So my
hey,
point
hey,
is, these
hey,
networks they need to start yanking these YouTube stars and give them damn shows. And I ain't talking about
that's
no
true.
reality show. I ain't talking about no reality BS. I'm talking about legitimate shows.
That is true.
That's the only way you're getting younger people.
I think that's what it is if you become like internet famous, these like the discoveries, the BTs, all these different companies, they need to go in and start dropping some checks because
But the
that's the
problem
only
is
way that
when
people
they,
are going to start
yeah,
watching.
what they messed up is every time they did snatch a YouTuber, they made a reality show. Nobody wants to watch reality shows anymore, dog.
Nobody watches reality shows.
Nobody wants to see them. That's what they keep doing because they stuck in their ways. They still think it's 2001. We don't want no more
Yo,
reality shows.
I don't care. I don't care who was kissing who. I like the show because that's what I'm listening to.
But that's what's wrong with regular TV. They try to make everything a reality show.
But if you really think about it already, there's less reality shows now, more
I,
than
I
anything. People
know.
like more than people now. People really like drama.
All I'm saying is this, right? You see how big Joe Rogan is on Spotify. Why doesn't
Right.
Joe Rogan have a major news show on TV?
Because we don't look for
The
him
money
for
isn't there.
news.
But because they won't, but the
Only the
money is
audience.
there.
The
The
audience.
money, the audience, the audience is wherever he's at. Get it right.
Yeah,
Why do you
wherever he
think
goes
Spotify
to.
was giving him 50 million to not go nowhere? Because the audience is wherever he's at.
That's true.
Just don't make a damn another reality show. Just let him make a custom platform, and you can start saving. What I'm saying is, when something works, it works. If it works, it can work anywhere. But
Right.
what's the same problem we got with the government and the FCC and all these? We got old, outdated people making decisions, and
Old minded
that's why
old
TV
minded
sucks.
outdated. Yeah, old minded outdated decisions at that, man.
Look, Keon, we already said it. Look at music. If you look up what music is being played on streaming services, it ain't none of this new music. It's all old music.
Yeah.
It means that what you're being pushed in public is not even what's popular.
Well,
They're out of
a lot of
touch.
a lot of that comes.
If you go into a department store, a restaurant, you don't hear today's music on there.
No, you don't.
Well, yeah. Well, the reason why is because number one, a lot of the stuff that gets pushed as new is not meant for public consumption. That's number one. I
Exactly.
mean,
but there is stuff that ain't like that. That's the thing.
there
There is
is.
something that ain't vulgar, and it's still getting. That's my whole point, though. What the mainstream pushes is not even what's popular. That's why
Do
mainstream
you
is
know
dying.
I hear more TikTok songs than I do anything else right now.
Yeah, exactly. And most of them is what? Dance
Yes,
routines to old music.
Yes.
but you'll
Yep.
never hear Cardi B at a Target or Walmart store.
No, you won't. You
Well,
won't.
sir, do you really want to play any clean version of WAP in Target, sir? Just keep that visual
And
mindset.
then half the song would be blanked.
You won't hear Cardi B in my car neither. So I mean, I don't know what to
There
tell you.
you go. I mean, you heard it. I heard it in mine numerous
But
times.
TV's dead. It's gonna keep dying. So they're doomed. It's too late. The internet has won. And I'm gonna say the same thing to movie studios. Movie studios, y'all keep making damn remakes. There are so many freaking creators on YouTube making better content than
Yo,
these damn movies. And
never know. Not only are they making better movies, but guess what? They can do some of these studios like recreate a lot of these studios CGI with less.
yeah, yes,
Like how do you recreate like a lot of this CGI stuff with less resources? You know,
like
the people behind the Avatar, he's like, yo, it took us 12 years to make this movie. But you got the the dude is hungry in the shop, in the YouTube shop, and go over there. He did it in 3 days. Like, yo, he
yeah,
had explosion in the back too. Wow,
yeah. These creators are making better content,
that's
so
crazy, man.
they're gonna have to catch up.
Hey, look, I think that if it was like on a level playing field, let everybody start competing for it. I think that's why YouTube is working so hard. Like when TikTok came out, all of a sudden they did their TikTok lookalike, but YouTube's TikTok lookalike pays out more than regular TikTok does.
Yeah,
So they're
I
not
mean,
even letting nobody get ahead of them. You
movie
start
studios.
winning, shit, they knocking it down.
If I'm Tyler Perry right now, because we know damn well he don't need to make no more movies or TV shows.
Oh God,
His style
please,
and stuff is outdated. Medea is not popping no more.
Medea's
Tyler
dead.
Perry needs to
Kill
quit.
her now.
But you know
Kill
what,
her.
no radio.
Tyler Perry needs to go snatch up somebody like Country Wayne and go
Yes.
ham. People like that. They need Will Smith. Will Smith is actually doing it right though. The what's it called, Westbrook? They actually have good stuff. They doing it right, but they're not. They're doing all streaming though, which is still fine. But they putting money into the smaller creators to make shows, and it's working. Look at what 50 did with Stars. Now, freaking, what is it? Fox had to give 50 a whole bunch of money to make him exclusive to Fox now.
See,
And
because
they
they
wouldn't
can't
give
afford
him a chance.
they can't afford him to go run off and do something. Go somewhere else.
Exactly.
I mean, hey,
Um,
look, at this point in the junction, there's too much. There's a lot more creators and not enough places for creators to go.
It's because
Like
Hollywood trying to keep them out. They're trying to
that's
keep them
stupid.
out.
That's stupid.
They're trying to keep them out.
I mean, understand a Country Wayne. You got a lot of Country Wayne lookalikes on YouTube too.
Yeah, but same thing. Big Jaw's another one.
Yeah. You know what? You know the only problem I have with Big Jaw's videos, they're
Uh-huh.
shot in such low light.
Yes, some of them. But the new Color season is shot so much better. But we ain't gonna go into that. Color season is actually shot well. I think he upgraded.
Okay.
But some of his other stuff, the Get Back is way too dark. Big Job, the Get Back is way too dark, dog. That
Yeah,
series. He got like multiple series going right now too. That's another thing. How did YouTubers find time to film multiple series?
I don't know,
They
man.
got multiple.
They must be making bank, dog. Look, I'm trying to be a YouTube creator right now. I don't even know how much I could have possibly. These guys is like doing it up. Multiple series, multiple timelines. They doing rewinds and everything. I don't know how they doing it.
Now they going ham. Freaking Country Wayne putting out 7, 8, 9 videos a day, every day, 7 days a week.
Dang.
He basically getting 1 million views daily. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying is
forgive my
nobody.
ignorance. But who is Country Wayne? Is that Lil Wayne's lost brother or what?
Oh wow!
From Alabama.
No, he's the pastor that married you and Mitchell at the ceremony.
Oh God! Hey! Look, you two. Look, you two. First of all, to answer your question, Brandon, Country Wayne is a Atlanta artist who basically is like just going back to the grassroots, man. That's pretty much what it is.
He's making millions of dollars on YouTube, millions and
Yes.
millions.
Oh wow!
So I mean, that's basically what it boils down to right now. Is you got a lot of people who are passionate about it, got ideas, they got ideas that people want to see, and they're all, but they're locked into being on YouTube, which I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but you still want to have aspirations for something bigger. You know what I mean? You want to go syndicate. You want to be like Martin. You know what I mean? Once you have 100 episodes, you getting paid for life. That's what you kind of want.
Them days are gone. Shows don't never make it no more.
Yeah.
You get 2 seasons and the show disappears. Like, what the hell?
Right. 2.5
And then
seasons.
The show I can't figure out how nobody's watching got 5 seasons. Like, who the hell's watching this shit? I don't know who's watching
That's
it.
a good question. Yo, understand something. I'm a sci-fi nerd. So like The Expanse. If anybody who likes sci-fi, The Expanse is running on Amazon. And it was on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi canceled it, and Jeff Bezos and Amazon bought the property and put it on Amazon Prime Video and finished it. That's my whole thing, man. If you're only going to do 3 seasons, give me an ending. I don't need the cliffhanger waiting for the thing. Here I am. I'm out here like doing Google searches talking about is the TV show I like going to come back? Well, there's stories floating around the web. It might not be coming. Like, I don't want to be doing that. Give me closure. Okay, I need closure. Okay, I need closure.
But they're gonna come back with 1 episode. They all died, and that's the end. Bye.
Hey, I will be fine with that. Hey, look, I wasn't even truly mad at what they did to Game of Thrones. They gave me closure. There was an ending. Okay, it was an end to it.
I heard it was a terrible ending, though.
I don't care. I don't care. There was an
classy ending
man.
that didn't
all
make
I
sense.
asked.
He said, "Don't leave me with blue ball."
No. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Look, they closed a lot of loopholes. No spoilers, but hey, the evil family got it in the end. The dragon said "F you" and left.
Hey, don't talk too much. I still haven't watched Game of Thrones. I'm holding out.
You can go ahead. Look, you already got HBO. You can go ahead and binge watch that thing now.
I know,
bro. You got Max.
I got like
you have Max.
I literally got 6 shows in rotation right now, dog. I watch a lot of stuff at the same time, bro.
Good God, boy.
I got shows that there's a new episode every Sunday, some that's every Thursday, some every Friday.
You must be watching stuff while you at work. That's the only way, because I can't do it.
No. I come home and I binge watch all my shows.
Oh man.
Right now I'm watching The Night Agent right now on Netflix. I'm watching Power Book 2 Ghost. I'm watching obviously Godfather of Harlem was one of my shows I was watching. What else was I watching right now? I got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the new Fresh Prince series. I'm watching that right now. So I got a lot of I got shows in rotation now. I will binge watch all of the I plan on binge watching all of Game of Thrones when there's nothing else to watch.
Okay. I mean, hey, look, I tell people this: if you start it starts off slow. That's all I'm gonna say. It starts off slow.
A lot of shows are like that.
But
I heard that's how she like it.
Oh no, is that how she likes it? And on that note, thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for coming. Everybody who's still in the chat, appreciate it. Thank y'all for stopping by. No radio. Brandon already dove out. Apparently, the the needle must have poked him from Sprint, and he jumped out of here. I greatly appreciate you stopping by, sir. Anything you want to give the people before you leave?
No, sir,
And,
man.
okay. Normally you got a smart one for me, man. Normally you got something in waiting,
Okay,
some
I got
smart
one for
remark.
you.
Oh no,
Some
I
some
regret
people, some wheelchair bound people have hemorrhoids.
it. Thought of the day. Thought of the day. Uh
That would suck, wouldn't it?
oh Lord.
Oh
And on that note, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have another my last set of videos is coming up for my trip to Philadelphia. So that's being published right now, next week. And tell me what you think, when it comes down to cellular technology, what is your experience? Have you been in that city? What do you feel is being done cellular wise? I greatly would like to find out, what people might think. And I like to say this last word, Tech Life, I told you so. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all have a good night.